Ever feel like you're always too early or too late? Like no matter when you buy, the market goes the opposite way. What if you could invest without ever worrying about the perfect entry? Still grow your portfolio 24/7, fully hands off, without timing the market or figuring out what's the best time to sell. Because the reality is that although everyone wants to make money on crypto, 95% of people lose money because they don't know when to buy or sell. Let me share something with you. What you're looking right now, it's about trading Litecoin. Now, my entry was $99. That was 3 months ago. Now, Litecoin is sitting at $95, yet my bot has generated over 20% in return without me trying to time the market or taking a single trade. If I was holding $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 worth of Litecoin, then I would actually be down a little bit. Sounds too good to be true? I have personally spent over $1 million of my own money testing the best strategy to figure out how to set up a system. Today, I'm going to share with you how you can set up a system just like this. But first, let me start by sharing with you some results. So what you're looking at right now is the performance of one of my accounts that I initially started with $51,753. Now, July 15th is sitting at $55,306. Now, let me be 100% transparent with you. This is my live account. I'm using Bitscap as my main trading software. We're building something called that eventually we'll know about. But for instance, you can see that demo is turned up, so you can see that this is actually my live account. And if I go to portfolio and I refresh this, you can actually indeed see that my account is sitting at $55,381. Now, at the beginning of this month, I started with $51,753. And so far, that's about a 6.86% growth in value. Now, let me share with you something that is very interesting and might actually get you a little bit crazy. But for example, this bot right here that you're looking at right now has done over $800 in profit in the last 15 days. Now, I want you to take a look into something. We're gonna analyze this together, but as you can see, the value of this coin from the entry point, this is my entry price, has actually gone down 20%. Meaning, if I was holding this cryptocurrency and if I had invested $20,000, I could be down about $4,000. And that is exactly the problem we're trying to solve with an automated trading system just like this one. Here's another example. Although this time it has actually played on my favor, the bot is still averaging 0.44% and I'm still gonna let it run. Or even this one that is up 4.41% in the last 1 day, so it's averaging 2.63% daily. And again, I'm not trying to time the market. This is exactly why this makes this system so powerful, because if you have something like this, you completely eliminate the idea of trying to time the market. But let me share with you some other account that I have here. I'm just gonna log out of this one and log in into the other one. This one I have it traded with $56,000, and as you can see, one of the bots that I recently shut down, I shut it down with a 15.96% return. Now here's the crazy stuff. The value of the coin didn't go up at all. Here's another one. I shut it down with a 16% return. This one also didn't go up at all. It was just pure sideways movement. Imagine making 16% in less than 3 months without taking a single trade. And here's even a crazier one, where the value of the coin actually went down about 11%, yet the bot made a 25% return on investment. And these are some of the bots that I have running. One of them is been up 2%, or this one is up already almost 1%, but they are fairly new, so I'm not even gonna take these bots into consideration. And I recently just shut down a couple of bots with an insane amount of profit. Like for example, this one, I shut down with a 14% return in 23 days without me taking a single trade. So that is the problem we're trying to eliminate. What is the best time to get in and get out of the market? So hopefully up to this point, you have a clear idea that this system actually works and it can make you an insane amount of profits as long as you have the right coins and the right settings for the bot. That being said, let me share with you step by step how you can set up a crypto trading bot just like this one. So for this, I'm going to be using my demo account since I have already all of my funding on working. And the first thing we need to do is we need to find a coin. Now, when it comes to finding a coin, we actually provide a list of successful crypto pairs inside CPA, my private crypto community. For more information, you can click down below. But the easiest way to find a coin is by going to this website, called BitScreener. Now, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna filter this by market cap. We need to have something that is ranging between 100 million to 1 billion. Now, this is for a grid trading system. How a grid trading system makes money is that it's gonna buy low and sell at a higher price. That is how the bot makes most of the money. So we need to have volatility. And to ensure we have volatility, we need to have a market cap between 100 million to 1 billion. If we have a coin that is over 1 billion in market cap, they usually don't move that much. They will still move a lot, but for example, 0x0 has a market cap of 60 million. So when we have a coin that is between 100 million to 1 billion, then they will usually tend to move a lot. Now, you could still trade a coin with less than 100 million in market cap, but then it's gonna get slightly riskier. I do 0x0 and some of our members do because we have already done some testing and we know it works well, especially when you have the right settings. So that being said, the first thing we need to have is a crypto coin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set these filters and I'm gonna find something that is less than 1 billion in market cap. So it should be right here. Now, the second thing I'm looking for is the age. Ideally, the longer the coin has been moving sideways, the better. So that's what we're looking for as well. So we're gonna keep that to 3 years, and then finally what we're gonna do is we will do the exchange. But it works in any exchange. In fact, the example that I showed you earlier was with Coinbase. Now what we're gonna be looking for is a coin that has been moving sideways. Maybe the coin has not gone up like crazy, but it hasn't gone down like crazy as well. So again, we're looking for something that has been moving sideways for a long time. Coming back to this example, price action and volatility is what makes an insane amount of money to the bots. That is exactly what we're going to be doing together. So for example, something like this that has been moving sideways, or like this, could be a good fit. But let's keep looking. Perfect. I think I just found one. So what we're looking for is a lot of spikes on the market. For example, this one, SNT. Now on TradingView, I'm gonna go to the coin and I'm gonna search it. What we can see is there are a lot of spikes, a lot of ups and downs. This is the money making machine for the bot. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the last 60 days and I'm just gonna backtest it. Now to backtest a coin, you actually need to have access to our CBA Grid Backtester. It is a private TradingView indicator we built, and it's gonna help you figure out what are the best settings for your bot so you can maximize results and minimize risk. This is it. We're gonna backtest the last 60 days. I'm gonna turn on the backtester and I'm gonna set the parameters. So first we're gonna start with the high price and then the low price, meaning what is going to be the price action in percentage we want this bot to cover. So the last 60 days, we know it's from here to here, roughly. Now the high price and low price, fairly simple. We use support and resistance. Obviously, you don't want to go all the way to the top because we want to cover enough price action, but not so much so the bot doesn't actually make any money. So I might want to do something like this where we're covering this support and we're covering this resistance right here, which seems to be important. So we're going to be covering about a 58% in price action. Again, we're trying to be fairly conservative, but also make as much profit as possible. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna double click on the price range, go to coordinates, we're gonna copy this number, open the backtester, paste it on the upper limit, and do the same with the low price. Open the backtester and paste it here. Now we're also gonna set the start date, which is gonna be right here, and then the end date, which is gonna be right here as well. Now, once we have set the parameters for the bot, we're going to go to a smaller time frame just so to ensure that the backtester is actually getting you a more accurate result. So I'm going to go to the 15 minute, and indeed we can see right here how the coin has been performing in the last 60 days. The bot has done over 20% in returns without me taking a single trade, with the value of the coin actually going a little bit down the entry point and without trying to time the market. And as you can see, this 20% is what most of the bots have actually generated me or generated to my clients. In fact, one of our members, David, made a 6% in about 1 month with a coin that didn't go up too much in value, yet it was moving up and down a lot. So this is exactly what we want. If you are busy, if you cannot time the market, this is the system you need to implement to ensure that you can make over 20% returns without trying to perfect the market. So what we're gonna do now is we're actually gonna set it up. So we're gonna click on start new bot, Gridbot. We're gonna go to the exchange. So in this case, I said we're gonna do it with HTX. Then the name of the coin, manual adjustment. We want to set this to 60, especially if we're covering a lot of price action. So we're gonna keep these grid levels to 60, and then we can just use this grid range. And again, remember, grid range is the price action in percentage the bot is covering, is gonna be trading. So we talk about a 58%. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to grab this tool right here, price range, and a little bit above market price, maybe here. We're gonna go all the way down until we hit that 60 or 58% actually. So this bot is pretty much risk-free. I get asked a lot, what is the drawdown of the bot? And often I say it doesn't really have any drawdown. And the main reason is because we are setting up the bot for success. We're setting up the bot to ensure that it covers enough price action. So even if the cryptocurrency goes down 40, 50, 60%, you're still up. Just like I showed you in many examples, because of how the bot operates, even if the cryptocurrency goes down in value, the bot will be able to place sell orders here, allowing you to be in a positive P&L, profit and loss. So that is exactly what we want. So now, coming back to this example, we're gonna go ahead and set it up. So we set up a 60% here. Notice how much price action we are covering. The bot is meant to be trading for the long term, so you don't have to be concerned about when to buy or sell. And then we talk about this getting it at 60 grid levels as well. So once you have done your setup, it should look something like this. Just notice how we have only a couple of flood lines above. We're going to set the investment amount. We need to have trading up. So basically what happens is if the coin goes up in value, then the range, will adjust based on the new price of the coin. Then we can just click on continue and start the bot. And this is how you successfully set up a crypto trading bot that is averaging you between 0.20 to 0.60% a day. This is the exact same system we help set up our members, and they have experienced anywhere between 12 up to 40% in some months, again, without trying to time the market. But yeah, guys, this is it. If you want me and my team help you set up this exact same system where I give you access to the top performing coins, give you an exit confirmation so you know exactly when to secure profits, as well as access to the indicators and weekly calls so I can review your bots and ensure that you're getting the results you want. If you want to make between 6 to 30% a month consistently without trying to time the market, and you just don't have the time to figure out when to buy or when to sell, then there is going to be a link down in the description. It's going to be a discovery call just to see if this even works out for you. And if it does, then I'm going to walk you through how CBA works and how we can help you. That being said, guys, thank you for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you on the next video.